No, that's not time.
All righty. Welcome to episode 64 of the Consistent Judy's podcast. We're back again. Bill Seach, Paul Kokas.
I love it. He's on the table.
Who's 64?
Yeah, you can pet him.
I feel like the head. Like, you know. Who was the guy who came up and had the head?
Yo, Sabella, I'm back. Just to let you know, I know you're disappointed on the car ride. You heard, the substitute teacher came in 1 week, but just let people know I'm back. Back by popular demand. All right, man. Hey, I brought some, for all you Steubenville folk.
It's upside down.
Upside down. Brought some, in case you grew up on those.
Where'd you buy the baseball
I don't know
from?
if you guys know where,
How much were those?
That's old school. Back in the day, they were like 10 cents. Now they're like $1 a pack.
Pumpkin seeds. Those are like sunflower seeds.
And they're smaller. The seeds are smaller. Before they used to be gigantic seeds. Now they're smaller seeds. And they used to be so much more saltier. But these are like, healthy seeds. I don't know. They're not healthy. They're still the white. You ever see them?
Yeah.
You want to try one?
He's going to open them. Oh, shit. Bill's going to go,
Is it like sunflower seeds or you spit it out?
No, you eat it.
Good.
Don't you eat it?
You down it?
Yeah. What's up?
You suck on it, right?
Here. No, I bury them.
I don't know if you're supposed to, dude. They got...
No, I eat them.
You might supposed to be able to... I don't think you're supposed to bite those out of there.
No, you're not. It would be impossible to bite out.
Tastes
Not
like
bad.
cardboard.
No, they're like sunflower seeds.
They're not salty. That's the thing. They used to be freaking salty. I mean, they used to be like, oh, my God. I mean, you know what I mean? Water to wash my mouth out.
What's the other one you used to buy at the ball
Disappeared.
field? Something like that.
Sunflower seeds.
No.
No, not at... He's talking about our ball field.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dinosaur.
No.
So Mingo had a store in the back of the school that sold all that kind of shit. That you could just out of the cafeteria, you could walk across the street and get it. It's called Minis. She had all the cool candy. She had Pez.
No, the best was the Carlos pizza that you get like at Friday night football games. They cut that. Oh, my God. It was
What?
funny. Can't even tell you. You don't even know.
I don't know.
So
Yeah,
the Carlos...
Chick-fil-A at his games.
Really?
They did.
Jesus, high
Chick-fil-A
class.
catered his
So
shit.
the Carlos pizza used to come in a... for the football games, it would come in just a square. And it would be about this big.
Yeah.
A square.
I've had it
And so they would cut it.
I just remember those.
They cut it in an X. Boom, boom. And then you got basically like a triangle.
Oh, huge
Piece.
ass piece.
Mingo
yeah.
Pool had those.
Oh, my God. They were the best ever.
Yeah.
Like, I could eat 70 of them right now.
Who remembers those? You know.
Hell no, he don't
I don't
remember
know
those.
Did Mingo have a pool?
Oh, Mingo
Pool.
Pool was... Hey,
But Steubenville had a pool, too.
listen. No. Mingo Pool was like... That was the epicenter of like, the earthquake of happening. You know what I mean? The only thing to do in Mingo Junction was Mingo Pool. That was like, that was the thing to do. Otherwise,
In the summer.
you held your breath through Mingo. And you were gone.
Like Chipotle on lockdown.
Right? Yeah, Mingo Pool, everybody came from around.
Everybody. It was like everybody, yeah.
They let you on the diving board, you could spring 3 times.
Yeah, that was the big thing as well. So like,
that high, you're springing.
I mean, you would find guys from like, I used to call them hillbillies. I mean, I guess they were from
100% hillbillies.
They were from Ghouls or
Ghouls.
something like that.
No, you're poor.
So I would see
from the
guys,
south side
they
of
would jump on
Steubenville.
their springboard like 20 times. And they would jump almost, they'd be outside the goddamn fence. Like there was a fence around the pool. They'd be higher than the fence.
No way.
And I was like, dude, this guy's going to die.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That was, so most of the times you get like one spring and you're off.
Yeah.
Because of safety reasons. But no, not at Mingo Junction. They were like, hey,
I said, go ahead.
you're good. Dude, there were guys, because you get more of a spring, you could spring and jump. So the deep part of the water was what, 12 foot, 11
Yeah,
foot?
12.
You could spring so far that you would shoot yourself past into the 5 foot water.
No way.
Which was dangerous because if you go down,
Yeah.
smacking your head.
Yeah. That's wild.
Dude, it was nuts.
I think someone fell off the high dive at the Dublin pool. They shut it down. They're renovating it. It was
I did a
big.
flip off the Dublin pool. They wanted to kill me. Right. Blowing window whistles. This is like 2 years ago. The high dive. I come up one spring, whoop, flipped over, landed. Lifeguards like, oh, shut down the fucking house.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, I was like, what?
Well, they never seen a car flip up in the air like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, athletes could do shit.
I know, dude. Hey, that's what I mean. I used to do backflips and shit like, oh, off. You know what I mean? You see a big rhino come off, all of a sudden do a backflip. You're like, holy shit, dude! What the hell? That's like a moving moon.
Yeah, they shut that shit down now. I can never. The one time I tried
You're not allowed
to flip,
to do flips?
No,
I do. Yeah,
No.
You're not allowed.
Why?
because they say you'll get hurt.
No, you're allowed to do a front flip, I think, but you're not allowed to do a back flip.
No, I'll do a gainer. Dude, cats did gainers
What's
back.
a gainer?
Where you
Some
go
people-
forward and you go backwards.
Some kids like to do like some sort of like tomahawk thing on
That's
the.
terrible. I'll kill someone.
I know they like to do some weird
Tomahawk.
shit.
These dudes used to fly in the air so
then-
high at bingo pool, dude. They'd be up there.
There's so many
It's
rules now.
I'm
at
really
the double
surprised
pool.
no one broke their neck.
Cats used to hit their head on the dive and be like, oh, I'm all right, man. Let me jump out of the pool and get back up. Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. Like, you hit your head now, they're getting, concussion protocol, CTE
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah, that's
Dude,
all.
Jody's my sister's boyfriend, Mike Kreitz. He would do 3.5s off that middle dive.
I thought Jody's boyfriend was Randy Doty.
No
High
gator.
school dumbass.
Let's go. Mike Kreitz.
He did, yeah, dude. He was like older than me. I thought he was like cool as hell because he'd do 3.5s off that middle board. He'd spring real high.
First of all, let me explain to you because obviously you don't know. When you go to diving board, when you go to the high dive, the board gives a little bit. There was like a little, dude, you could move there was a wheel that you could move to make the board even more springier because you put the weight.
Yeah.
You put the weight in the back and it would just be like, well, it'd be real loose.
Yeah, now I'm afraid to walk on
So
that
if
thing.
you were
It might
light,
snap.
yeah, if you were lighter, oh, we're not allowed under now. If they were lighter, so then you roll the wheel up to make it more tension.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, bigger guys, you're gonna want to roll forward or whatnot.
Yeah.
Go to the small dive and try to do that. First of all, there's no wheel, but if you try to jump, you'll
Boing.
break your knee because there's no give.
No way.
It's the stiffest board of all time. For whatever reason. And I don't know I think Mingo had a medium. It was like there was a small, the medium, and then there's a big one. I don't know if they had a medium.
I've seen that before. The 3.
The really small one is like, it doesn't move. It's like concrete.
It's just like a
You know,
platform.
you know what I mean? It's like where the little kids go and they're just happy
Wait,
to go
did
off.
you go off the platforms at the wave pool?
Yeah.
That high one's fucking
Dude,
scary.
it's 10 meters.
It's scary.
So it's like 33 feet. You don't know how high you are. And you're like, I can do 10 yards, man.
Till you
It's
get
like,
up there.
It's like from here to there. You good. Till you fall off. And you're taking multiple breaths
Your stomach's going,
before you hit the water. What happens is
good.
you jump off and you're like, and all of a sudden you just start screaming at the end because you haven't hit the water yet. And when your feet hits the water, it's like hitting concrete. Yes, I mean it is like now that I understand, like people jump off bridges.
how about the
Like,
Olympic divers? They do that shit and dive, right?
or the mountain divers? Like when people jump off bridges and they die. You know what I mean? You're like, man, come on, man, that bridge ain't that high. Yeah, right. That bridge is high.
And then the worst part too, you go clear to the bottom of the pool because you were up so high, and you're like, you're out of breath because you were scared anyway.
So here's the thing: at the wave pool, when you went off the high dive and stuff like that, they had a window. You could go down at the bottom, watch people at the bottom,
Yeah.
like shoot down. So you
Really?
yeah.
It was sweet.
So we would go down as kids. We'd be like, 10, 11 years old. We go down, and chicks would go off that. And they'd lose their bathing suit,
Yeah.
and they'd be naked. We'd be like, oh, we would lose their minds.
How'd that go?
Oh man, that's why I learned how to swim the wave pool.
Really?
Basically, I was drowning.
Dude, wave pool's dangerous.
So I was
Heather Seach almost drowned.
when 8 foot of I was in the corner where the waves they produce the waves, and I was getting banged up against the corner,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how to swim at that point in time. So I remember the family I went with, they were like, just they were trying to teach me how to swim. They were like, just go underwater and swim. And that's the first time I learned how to swim was underwater.
Really?
Like the breaststroke underwater. That's basically when you start. You say how do you swim when you start moving?
Yeah.
Like when you start moving with some force, essentially. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like everybody can doggy paddle just to keep up, but then when you learn how to swim is like when you basically make a movement,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey man, you know what I mean? Now I know how to swim.
It's actually a pretty funny story about swim lessons. When he was little,
Oh, you had swim lessons?
H-Town wanted me to give him swim lessons. Fuck that. We're going to the pool.
Seriously?
He learned in one day. You just throw them in a pool and say, "Do this." You know what I mean?
Do this.
Yeah, I was like, swim lessons. Yeah, we grew up. No parents could afford swim lessons, nor would we ever go to swim lessons.
Do you think kids should pay for, or parents should pay for that? Because I know a lot of people who do that now.
Yeah, and they waste money and pay for it.
The privileged.
Yeah,
I can
like
teach
Goldfish Swim School. You ever seen that? It's like Donnie. Donnie be like, here.
No, that's Donnie learning to swim.
Well, here's the thing. So now, like I said in one of the other podcasts, we coddle kids too much right now. Which
Yeah.
Tripodi, he says, "Hey, do you have any kids?"
So you go,
Oh, he did say that. Yeah.
And I said this. I said, "You know what?" And I said I made a disclosure at first when I said that. You know what I mean? I'm saying this. Hey, I might be the bad person for saying this because obviously I don't have any, but what I see is this. And I busted his chops because his kid's school was, I'm not lying, was less than a block from
Yeah.
his house,
Yeah.
and they would drive him.
I don't know about that decision. I don't know. I was always driven, but it was further.
No. It'd be like the school is at the end of your drive, like where your
Yeah,
place
I mean,
is
he can walk
at the end of the driveway.
I could see if it's snowing or raining, but yeah, you're right.
No.
That's close.
Listen, I used to walk. It was 20 minutes to go to school. A 20-minute walk.
It was different time.
Dude, I used to have to walk. Yeah, we walk to the bus stop, wait for a half hour for the bus, and then ride the bus.
Why would you go so early to wait a half hour?
What?
Why would you wait a half hour?
Well, you had to get there early, play a little football on the street.
Listen, we didn't. Yeah, dude, it was crazy, dude. There'd be a fight at the bus stop or something like
Car.
that. Yeah, beforehand.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Always bus stop. Yeah.
Oh well, so we didn't take the bus. Most of the guys we could have took a city bus or you could have just basically went to school, and we went to school. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of guys just met up. Was like, you'd start walking by yourself, and there'd somebody else be walking.
Who let the bird in here?
Yeah, seriously, man.
Seriously.
There's a big moth in
Fuck,
here.
we picked that up on camera.
Oh my god, the moth.
Blast him.
Wow.
Blast him. Get him.
Wow. Hey, get him. You get him. Why are you leaning back?
Mothman prophecies.
You watch that? That's a good show.
Oh.
There it is. He felt the wrath, so he had to get away. See?
He said, "Whoa, big fella."
Hey, open that door.
No.
Folks, just to let you know again, it's 500 degrees in here.
Someone has a hoodie on. Who wore a T-shirt?
The reason why I wore a hoodie, because it's 14 out right now.
What's
It's
Gray Mechanical, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that ain't that carpet guy's company.
No.
I thought you were wearing a Dan Vitullo sweatshirt. I'm like, I need to get me one of those.
So, anyways, back to the bus stop. You guys got it easy because that was.
I used to bust your balls on it constantly about, why don't you let him drive the bike? Why don't you let him ride
He told
the
me
bike?
to let you drive your bike. It was 3
Bike to
miles.
school.
Yeah, seriously, it
Well,
is.
first of all, I know you wouldn't want to. I need a ride. I ain't riding the bike.
Yeah, I would have ride the bike.
Why wouldn't you? I would love to ride the bike.
He would ride the bus because the kids were on there, but there was no bus coming to my house.
Dude, I used to
I'm not
ride the
riding
bike
the
to the
bus.
mall, and it was like 5 miles to the mall.
How about the mopeds?
I didn't have a moped. I would have loved to have a moped. I would have never been home.
There's no mall in Mingo.
What are you talking about? You take Lincoln Avenue.
Lincoln Avenue.
Yeah, you got to go the back way.
Dude, you know how long it takes to get to Lincoln Avenue?
From Mingo?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I didn't live on the top of the hill. I grew up in the rough part.
The rough part of
No, it's
Mingo.
on top of the
Down
hill.
by the mill.
So when you're on top of the hill, you can basically Mingo and Steubenville connected. It was like with Smithfield, right?
Nah, no.
Or was Smithfield more
George's
south?
Run and then Smith. Yeah, Smithfield's more south.
Okay. But,
Yeah.
I mean, Mingo and Steubenville connected.
Route
Yeah.
7, from downtown Route 7 to Lincoln Avenue is like 5 miles, I think.
Well, here's the thing. So I'm not talking about taking that. I'm talking about taking the other side. So if Route 7 was there, you're on the back end, and you go around that hill, and then you end up down by Lawson's.
Are you talking about going to Fort Steuben Mall?
Lawson's is far, yeah.
Remember
That's-
Lawson's?
From my house, Lawson's would be real far.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I used to end up at Mingo. We'd go up at that back hill that
Yeah,
way. We'd
yeah.
end up in Mingo.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, man, we're in Mingo
You
Junction.
never rode your bike up that hill.
Never.
That hill was
Never.
gigantic. You know what I
I
mean?
think we walked that way one day. We're just like walking. So that's what I mean. We would go.
I rode my bike.
Our
to
parents
Mingo
would drop
all the
us
time.
off, and we'd be gone for the day. There's no cell phones. I mean, we're gone like till 8 p.m. Drop us off at like 10, somebody's house.
Did you have to be home for dinner?
No, I mean,
If I missed dinner, trouble.
no. It was like so like, you know, basically I was telling, who was I telling? Like once a week. You know what I mean? We pretty much, you ate dinner at the house.
Sunday or
Like,
something.
yep,
Yeah.
it was like Sunday dinner because there was like, I went to church growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
You need to get back into church.
You ever
need
been to
some
church?
No. Well, yeah, I've been to church, but like not regularly.
That's the thing that's missing right now.
And when I go back to Steubenville, I go to church.
Dude, they just built a church by our place in Hilliard. It's like 10,000 cars there, dude.
So that's called Rock City, and that's like a chain of churches now, and the kids love it because
Jodi goes on in Texas.
They start,
they're dancing and singing and having a good time.
Well, it's a cult for the kids because what
It
they
is a
do is they
cult.
just try to bring everything, like they try to make it conducive for the kids. So that it's a playground type of thing
Have
like
you
that.
heard of Young Life?
No.
So Young Life, like I call it a cult, and lots of kids do because they have like Young Life camp, and they teach like abstinence and like don't sin and like all this bullshit.
Well, it's not
And
bullshit. Why is it BS?
It's there's no reason.
How many of them listen to it?
A decent amount.
I bet you a
Really?
decent amount.
Really?
So what happens is
Brown's-
this: it teaches values that you're missing, that you don't have, that a lot of your culture don't have. Like, you know what I mean? So how many times have you gone to church with your mom and dad?
Together? Never.
Exactly. That's my
He don't go,
point.
He don't go to church.
That's my point. It's like our generation didn't. We raised kids differently.
Actually,
Yeah.
when mine was little, my mom always made me go to church, and I would cry.
Hate it.
Yeah,
You
because
hated
you
it.
had to go to Sunday school.
You hated it
And it was
you were
boring.
you're like, hey, I got 5 days a week. I'm going to school. Now you want me to go to 6th day when cartoons are on? It's exactly what a kid thinks of.
and
You
then,
know what I mean?
Coke is
and then
fun.
football's coming on too, right?
Yeah, but no, you're too young to really
Oh,
endear
awesome.
football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or to watch football. But like for the most part, you just want to basically play cartoons or watch cartoons and go out and play on your weekdays or your weekends.
Yeah.
But what church does is it basically, I'm not saying believe everything that the church tells you because, a lot of it's contradicting. So you're like, what it does is, though, it teaches you, it just basically gives you, it grounds you.
You think it gives you values
It
and
gives you
like life
certain
lessons,
values
something
as
to
far
live
as like what your
for?
parents are teaching you. People are like, well, where should I start? How should I start? Hey, just start with the 10 Commandments. You know what I mean? Just follow those, and that's a good ground as far as like what you should do right. You know what I mean? Thou shalt not steal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That a lot of.
Can you name all the 10 Commandments?
I probably can't, man.
I don't know. Steal. What else?
Kill. Thou shalt love neighbor. Love thy neighbor.
Yeah.
Type of thing like that, man.
Also, in my church, when I was young, it was a Serbian church. Not a bit of English.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like it even made it more boring because you had no idea what the hell they were
Hey,
saying.
what here's so funny? Mima took Heather to church, and it's Serbian church. So they sit down. It's like 3-hour-long service, and the guy starts speaking Serbian up front. And my mom's like, "Oh, this is fine. When are they going to switch over to English?" And for 3 hours, they spoke nothing but Serbian. And Mima, she can't hear, so the whole time she's just
The Christmas service is real
having a
long
good
too.
time.
Yeah, but we would go to Sunday school and they have to come up to church for the last hour.
Yep.
And they stand up most of the time. The whole
So that's basically the same thing how United Methodist is as well.
it's in a different language.
I'm sorry, not in different language, the time frame. So we used to have, it was 7 in the morning.
Yeah,
I hated it. 7 in the morning, and we weren't done until 12.
and I had to wear a suit.
That's terrible.
I wore velvet. I mean, it was like shirt
Velvet.
tie or something like that. It was dressed. I
Our
dressed
day,
up
dude.
more for church than I did for flipping school.
Right.
Yeah.
School, I'd wear corduroys. Church, I'd wear dress slacks.
What are corduroys?
You know what I mean? I wear,
You don't know what corduroy is.
I don't know. I can't tell you, man.
That was
If you
old
don't know.
school. Velvet was old.
Yeah. See, I think that aspect.
But it was itchy. It was like as a kid, you're like, oh my God, it ain't that soft velvet that we used to,
And hot.
that
And
you
hot.
wore that like,
But today, people don't dress up when they go to church. Older people do, but like the young kids, they wear sweatpants or whatever. And I think that's
sweatpants.
yes.
Yeah,
and I
dude.
think if you
Why go
are
to
going to
church?
church, exactly. If you are going, that's disrespectful. Wear something nice.
Yeah, why don't you go? Let's go to court wearing sweats.
Yeah, I mean,
See what I mean? Because what happens is there's a judgment. They judge you there. You're going
Yeah.
to get in trouble. You're there. There's an outcome. With church, they don't believe in the outcome. You know what I
exactly,
mean?
which is kind of contradictory.
No. Well, hey, guess what? The parents. It's the parents, and then the school system and how they teach you. The school system and church is totally separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
well,
mean, so-
nowadays they have to be.
Well, you'll see shit change. It'll be cyclical. You know what I mean? Type of thing like
Cyclical. That's a good vocab
Cycle.
word.
The cycle.
that. Yeah. Things will come back.
Just like the bell bottoms are starting to come back, right?
Things
What's
will
a
come
bell
back
bottom?
around.
bell-bottom pants.
I don't know
All
what
the
that
stuff
is.
in the 70s are rolling back. You know what I mean?
know,
Just
right?
a little different. I like it. You know what I mean?
Twang to it, yeah.
Well, a little different pizzazz, as they say. You know,
Yeah.
a little bit more futuristic type of thing. But like a lot of chick clothing's coming back. And I'll give you an example: the strap. That was huge in the 70s. I was like looking at old 70s pics. A lot of girls had that same outfit.
Yeah.
You know, but they threw a little. I liked them in the 70s as opposed. They're the same thing. You can't make that look any better. You know what I mean? Although the IG models look a lot better.
Oh, I'm sure you love the IG models.
Yeah, they're all right.
That's Bill Seach's all he
What's
follows.
IG?
On Instagram. How like girls, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
100 degrees in here.
It is a little hot in here, but
150.
I'm cold.
Yeah, right.
you're wearing a raincoat. Whatever that is. I like that though.
Yeah, I don't know.
So who's 64, man? You remember? Drew Gerber? No, he was 62.
64.
64. Cortez.
Matt Byer, maybe.
I thought it was Cortez, no?
I think it was. Yeah, no. Cortez was.
I can't remember.
Shoot, I can't either. Who broke this pen?
Mike Curry, shout out.
I don't know.
Who's Mike
Mark
Curry?
He played for Ohio State. He was the from Martins Ferry. Yep. 64.
Did you see? I asked Paul earlier. Did you see Ricky Gervais at his Golden Globes?
No,
his
I did
like
not.
epilogue.
How do you say his name?
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. He was on. He was on The
Gervais.
Office in the United Kingdom. So you know they like remade that show for America. How many people know that? Did you know that?
What?
The Office. Super big TV show.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan
So
of
that was originally in the UK. Made it for here. He was like big funny guy, but he came out like he was taking jabs at like Hollywood stars. Everyone made an Epstein joke, which was hilarious. I thought. Listen to the whole thing. It was great.
Somebody's here.
Oh, Doty's here.
She is?
Yeah.
Oh, really? What's that? I told you they took the text
I know.
seriously.
Yeah, it's gonna. Never mind.
I love it.
Huh?
They were supposed to be on the podcast, and they said no. They're skipping out.
Dude, Seach, you got to duck your head.
You can bring her in. Oh, my bad. Come on in.
We have a special guest. Location came in.
I'm gonna pause this. All right, we're back with a new edition. Jodi Doty,
64 part 2.
never before seen. Bill Seach's sister. We saw one.
Live from Houston, Texas.
Now we
Coming
see
in.
the second one, the better one, possibly. Who knows?
The better
Remember-
one.
Oh wow.
The nicer one.
She just called. We should have put her in remote. That would have been awesome.
Dude, we don't have the technology advances.
Oh my god.
One day.
Nickel and dime operation over here.
I keep forgetting.
Oh my god. Mr. Financial came out. The finances came out.
He's an FA for our financial advisor.
Oh my goodness.
For all the
gracious.
listeners, I just want to say, think of FA and think of
Here we go. Now
what do
he's
you
still
call
trying to
that?
rationalize that.
Dude,
That's a free agent.
It's a financial advisor. When you say
That's
FA,
what Adam said.
it's his financial advisor. FA.
or fat.
Think of sports.
Nope.
Or fat ass when you think of
Fat ass.
sports, right? An FA.
I don't know.
Or
He is.
Mexican catcher.
Nobody thinks of FA. Nobody. When you're in sports and you say, "Hey, I'm an FA," they're gonna be like, "Oh, really? FA?" It's not FA. It's free agent. You're gonna say, "I'm a free agent."
What
Didn't
do
I,
you
say-
show?
I said that to you.
You did?
Yeah, I think so.
So, flight in from Texas, Houston, give or take, some mileage. I don't know.
Just to let you know,
Kingwood.
this is my oldest sister, Jodi, and she is the epitome of Cliff Clavin. Just like Mr. Paul Cook is in Columbus, she is in Houston. Cliff Clavin Jr.
so,
what-
So she has to be senior because she's a little bit
But see,
older.
you have to understand. You have to understand. Like, so what's the thing about Cliff Clavin?
Cliff Clavin from
Who was Cliff Clavin?
he was from Cheers. If anyone in our age group would know, Cheers was a TV show in a Boston bar, and he was the mailman.
What are you doing?
Bill, what are you doing?
don't worry about that.
When you start making
So-
changes, we start changing stuff.
Listen,
so why
we
do you
don't
got to
need to worry about- we don't need to worry about that.
Why do you got to touch stuff? Just
So-
roll with it, man.
Cliff Clavin was the mailman. They came into the bar all the time and sat at the bar. We all know him because we were in that age group. But Bill doesn't know him. So
I never watched the show though.
What's that from?
all-
Cheers?
Really?
Cheers. Yeah.
Never watched the show.
I thought you had every episode from
No,
1978.
that's Seinfeld.
Oh.
I never watched Cheers though.
All right, so
So that's
knew-
why when he uses that, I don't know the reference that well.
That's even funnier now that you didn't know who Cliff Clavin was.
Well, I knew he was the male guy, and then Norm's the.
But he always had information that didn't mean anything that he thought he knew, and he was mostly wrong.
A wealth of useless knowledge.
Well, hey, if we were, he's mostly wrong,
He's wrong a lot.
but we're mostly right. You know what I mean?
Well, no.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? He was mostly wrong.
He would say something like, what is it, whale vomit? What's it called?
Whale vomit?
It's,
Wait a minute.
it's
Whale
called
vomit.
ambergris. And that's the ingredient they use in perfume to make the perfume smell for a long period of time.
I'll give you a.
That's a Cliff Clavin
I'll
thing.
give
That's
you
a
a
Clavin.
I'll give you a Cliff Clavin moment. Okay, so we're at this doctor's office and we're doing the landscape there at this doctor's office, and he comes out and I'm basically the soup in the truck, and I have the guy with me. His name was Chris, and so the guy comes up to him. He starts talking, and I guess Chris had gotten stung by a bee like a week prior, right?
Oh.
And so this is a veterinarian office. So
Right.
he's not really, he's thinking this guy knows everything about, I'm like, dude,
This is Chris.
yes. So he asked me, I got stung by a bee. He goes, and so the doctor tells him, basically what the study of bees are and stuff like that, right? And so this guy, Chris, who's a normal, everyday Joe Schmo, he goes, hey, man, this guy just came, what's the study of bees? Like, he looks at me, I go, entomologist? And he goes, you would know that. You know what I mean? Like he went crazy about that. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, don't everybody know that? He goes, no. I was asking him a question about a damn bee, and he goes, hey, man, yeah, the study of bees. Entomologist, what are you doing again?
Dude, it went out.
Oh, my God, dude.
That's pretty funny.
Dude, it was hilarious at the time. So now I'm starting to catch the concept of...
Well, I had a Clavin moment when I went skiing, okay? I skied down the hill. Halfway on my ass, right? So I get to the bottom, and I see these hot chicks, and they're putting on their skis, and they don't know how. I'm like, hold on, you do it like this. I'm showing them. I just learned fucking half hour ago how to put them damn skis on. funny as shit, dude.
Oh, man. Dude, you did do some crazy stuff. Like, one week I'd see you with, you'd be at the ski chalet. Like, you get into, the stupidest things. Like, I've never been skiing in my life. You know what I mean? Sled riding.
That was her. She made me go.
Yes, 100 times. You know what I mean? Sled riding, yes. You know what I mean? Something where you get a garbage bag, somebody poor would do. You get a garbage bag and you run down a hill. That's sled riding. You know what I mean?
We have to go back to the bee for a minute. I got stung when I was a kid.
Oh, don't even go there. Don't even go
Oh,
there.
you remember?
She wouldn't hold my hand
Puff hand.
because my hand got big because I got stung.
That's so mean.
So I was 6. Don't hold my hand. No.
Nope.
I ain't touching that hand.
We're walking through the alley to Grandma's house, and he's reaching up to me. No.
How do you remember that?
I don't. She remembers. She reminds me. I always feel bad because I wouldn't hold your hand when you got stung by the bee.
I know, that's my regret. I forget. I feel constantly sorry that I didn't hold
I
his
have a
hand.
moment like that, and I'll tell you when it happened. Hunter was little and came to visit, and we were at our house where me and Paul lived.
Okay.
And he was crazily afraid of Cocos. Right? So he's in the middle floor bathroom, and Cocos is in the basement. I said, all right, Hunter, I've got to go to the store. I'll be back. You stay with Cocos. And I see him hiding in the corner, and like he was ready to cry. I'm like, oh, man, I felt so bad. He's
But
afraid
you
of the
left him
monster.
anyway.
The monster lives. No, I didn't go. I couldn't do it. The monster was in the basement, though.
That's
I mean, Hunter was probably 6 or 7. Yeah, he was little.
He's younger, yeah.
You know what? That's kind of funny because my kids tell me all the time, Mom, you know how you didn't want to hold Billy's puff hand? We have a moment too. You didn't take us to Disney. They hold that. No.
Oh, you unfit mother.
I know. I'm an unfit mother. I never took him to Disney.
There's
Here,
Disney.
move the mic
is it-
closer.
is
a
it-
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? Technical productions. If you don't talk in the mic, he'll go
sorry.
crazy over here.
This guy's got his name engraved at Disney
Yeah.
on the wall.
Why? He's been to Disney 27 times. I know you guys used to get the free flights.
The timeshare.
They used to steal like
Free
from
flights,
the from
never
the.
heard of them.
I didn't steal flights.
Hey, don't lie. You know what I mean? Coulter Bellick came on the record. You know what I mean?
I'm still 12 years old, man. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking
Hey, he was like 15, and they were like, "Oh no, he's 7." He was like 6'3", 290. You know what I mean? He's only 7.
290.
Sir, sir, can we get an ID? You know what I mean, he's only 7. How's he gonna have an ID?
200-pound riding the stroller.
Seriously.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, fit him in here. Fit him in here. No, because I remember he used to do that, dude. I used
I
to
had a
crack up. when he
Dude,
used to
I
do
had a
that.
neighbor that taught me how to go to Disney cheap. And if you want to learn, you can call me anytime you want.
No, you have every scam in the book. Me and Sabella talked about
Oh,
that.
I don't have any
Dude,
scams.
how about the one scam where you were like, "Hey, all you got to say is no. All you got to say is no," and I'm talking about the timeshares.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you get free tickets to Disney.
Oh my God, they pat you down. I mean,
They do.
Hey,
They wouldn't let me leave.
fi-
You know who
yeah,
taught
I
me?
listened
he got
to
his
you.
whole family involved. I'd rather pay
listen to
the
you.
$500 for the ticket it cost to fly to
Exactly.
Florida than listen to that clown
Well,
give me his
what-
pitch.
What happened?
It's not the flight. So I like to go look at the thing.
No, it's not.
I like to go look at the timeshares anyways because you get to see like everything it's about. And I'm good at saying
He
no.
never told us that.
No.
No, oh, he's great at saying no. He says no with the best of them.
He does.
No, hey, you think let's get some shots for these girls? No.
Hey, man, I've had a hard day at work. Get some ice cream on your way home. No.
What the fuck do I look like? The ice cream man.
Fucking good humor over here.
Oh, you know who taught me that was Coriolis. Angelo and
Hey, does
Julie.
our audience know who Coriolis is?
Julie.
probably not. So they were Jody's neighbor when Jodi bought her first house in Columbus. And they told me you can go to Disney World with this timeshare thing 3 or 4 times a year for like $1,000. And they were right. But every morning you go to the timeshare meeting at a different one, and they give you 2 free tickets to Disney. So me, Heather, and Billy, we get up in the morning and go tour it, get the 2 free tickets, go to the park. Same thing next day. Go get the 2. One of them gave you $100. There. Next morning I did it again.
Hot damn.
So I went to like 4 of them. Went to Disney, Epcot, and all those places.
So what was their pitch? And then they would tell you.
They're trying to sell you a timeshare.
I understand that. That's why I'm getting into the crux of that. So when they their pitch, they give you the pitch, and then they give you the close, and they'd say, is this something you see yourself in?
It's even better. They got to keep you there for a certain period of time to get like a certain amount of customers. I think that's how it works. So they give you breakfast. Even better, right? Free breakfast. Here comes Angelo and Billy. They want some free breakfast. So we're eating breakfast.
Oh
and
my
the
God,
person
save me,
sits
Lord,
with you.
save me right
so,
now.
Like a girl would be sitting with you trying to talk to you and learn about what you like, what you don't like. And they're going to sell you, she's going to sell you this timeshare. Feed you breakfast, but you could tell she's eating real slow. And I'm like, hey, we got to go.
We're late for the park. We got to go.
Right.
Oh, they want you to be late to the park.
They want to keep you there for a certain period of time because they think if you're there longer, you're more apt to buy something.
Well, that's a fact. That's like economics. The longer someone is exposed
Here
to
we go.
something-
This
No.
guy, you sold
Hey,
5,000
hey,
things in life.
78th percentile.
Hey,
Settle down.
how many things have you sold?
Few. Dude, do you know how many Brutus burgers I sold when they went on the menu?
They're coming up and they're hungry. I always tell people that. What selling is letting people buy, giving something or selling something is somebody they had no intention of buying.
Right.
Well, then whatever gets sold.
A timeshare.
What do you mean?
If you go to the timeshare meeting, you're looking to buy a timeshare.
Guys,
No,
how about
I'm going for
No.
the free tickets because that's what they trick you. Well, that's what they tell you. So, long story short, you eat the breakfast, you take the tour, and then they bring you in to the end, and then they say, well, this is what we got, this is what it costs. And then, you act interested. Yeah, okay, that's good. But I'm not interested in buying that. Okay. So then they bring another guy in, just like the car place. They try to sell you again. By the way, I'm not interested in that. So after I did about 5 of them, right, I got to one where it says, well, why don't you just take this trial package? It was $1,500, $84 a month. You can go to Disney or Orlando. You don't have to go to Disney World or Land. You could go as many times as you want. If you pick the right weeks, you can go. And I think we went 6 times that year for $1,500. So
You bought it?
I did buy it.
Oh my God, he got sold.
No.
Line and sinker.
Reel it right in.
No, because a regular timeshare was like $15,000.
Yeah, well, they knew. They said they brought the Bill Seach package out.
They did.
They brought the most normal envelopes come not this size. They're going to come in the big size. It's going to have the two folder options, have a pen. You got a watch on one side. They give you the Bill Seach package. He doesn't want a lot.
Right.
So you got to
So
basically.
the funniest part is they got me because the one that we actually bought, I took full
I
advantage.
love the admittance of
No,
like, you know what I mean? When you
full
get,
advantage.
you know.
Yeah. I took full advantage of the 1,500 though because they got me at the Vegas timeshare. They took me up in the suite, and they're like, "You can get this suite." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Baller up here, right?"
Seriously?
Yep. So that's where I bought the 15. Now I could still go.
Right now, to date?
No, this was 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he was like 5.
Yeah,
3.
now you want it. Now you want it. You're like, hey, Dad, why don't we get that timeshare again?
No.
Seriously.
So it was a good thing though because we got to go on a bunch of trips. You know what I mean? And yeah, when he was real little, we did do the airplane thing. But you know,
Well, the timeshares, let's be honest. I mean, it's for individuals that have time to travel as well. That can,
100%.
if you ain't got time to travel, I mean, you
It's
got like
pissing money away, and that's what most
Yeah.
of the people do.
Marty Bannon, you know what I mean, in Connecticut, he can't move. You know what I mean? He's got the 40-hour week. He's not leaving ever.
Right.
You know what I mean? So timeshare is probably not the best idea for him.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
for
mean?
someone that's going to go to Florida 10 times a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Even if it's only like a 4-day thing. So
that updates our list of 3 things that Bill Seach gets pissed about. 1, ordering alcohol at dinner. You don't do it. He'll be like, "What the fuck? You
That's
know,
a waste of money.
wine at dinner? Waste of money."
biggest waste of money.
2,
Why? Why?
Wait,
Hold on. Stop.
Wait.
Stop.
Stop.
Let's stop because you got a list of Bill Seach's 3, the big 3 they call it. But my argument behind it, I always play devil's
We're
advocate.
going to list your
side.
3 too.
I don't have a 3.
I know one off the top.
I know.
What? That I don't?
I don't share.
I was an only child, man. You know what I mean? They don't. Typically, they
I'm
don't.
talking about food. When he eats, he's with a girl she wants to taste. Nope.
Get out.
Get
Order
your
your
own.
own.
Get your
Order
own.
your
I'll
own.
pay for it. Get your own. Yeah, but I used to have to. I was forced to, and that like drove me insane. Anyways, we got on that road.
Do you share with Jonah?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
See?
Terrible.
Nice guy.
Oh, I was a nice
How
guy
about
too.
you? She's notorious for grabbing off the other plates.
It was like so. Women do it more than anything. I don't know why it is. Why is it as a female trait as opposed to a male trait?
Because they want to try more
If I
shit.
go out and me, Billy, and Bill go out to dinner,
I want to try everything.
we're
on
not
everybody's
saying,
plate.
"Hey, let's share plates."
Yeah, that's not happening.
Never.
Never.
Here's what we might do. We'll get an appetizer. I'm sorry if I'm yelling. Am I yelling?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'm yelling, but I'm far away from the mic.
No, you're good.
Can't
You're
hear
good.
you now.
I'll kill you. Anyways, so we might get an appetizer, and this usually happens with Vitullo or something. We'll get an appetizer, we'll get the big sampler platter, and we're grabbing off of that. We'll get apple. But our main course, nobody's touching it. We'll get.
Yeah.
You're gonna get smacked in the back of your hand if you come across and try. You know what I mean?
If I said I want to bite of that because it looks really good.
I'll kill you. You know what I mean? Or you can do that. I'm just gonna, like I cut my burgers in half. Always, you can have half.
You
of it,
do
know what I mean?
actually. I've seen it.
Always. You know what I mean?
Why do you do that? Why do you do that?
First of all, I want to see the inside of a burger. I want to see it.
That it's cooked.
Well, not if it's
It must be that because he's probably seen one before.
I want to see, if it's overcooked, essentially.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I want to see how much, like,
You want to see if there's pink inside?
well, not pink, but I just want to see if there's, because is it a hockey puck? You know what I mean? Or is it juicy? Type of thing like that. It's going to be, and I don't disguise the burger. Like, he'll get barbecue sauce, bacon, smothered onions, and it hides the taste of a burger. You know what I mean?
That
So
flame grilled
I can
burger.
agree with that.
I get cheese and bread, and I tell them to put the lettuce, tomato on the side. You know what I mean? So when I cut it, I want to see.
You don't
it.
want hot lettuce.
Never.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I don't even want a hot endive, which that is
I don't know what an endive is.
allowable. You know what I mean? People have cooked endive. You know what I mean? With like walnuts or macadamia, or pecans. Chopped pecans.
Long story short, Paul don't like to share.
And he don't like people touching his phone.
Oh, don't touch his phone.
No, I don't like strangers touching my phone. The guy I just met 20 minutes ago grabs my phone.
Show her the back of the phone.
So you know, like poker, like a dealer button.
Yeah.
Do you think that looks like a dealer button, kind of? If it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
So we were playing poker. Someone grabs it, and Cocos did not like
first
that.
of all, when
Coke
you,
wanted to
when, you
kneecap
when you
him.
have a dealer button, for people that don't know poker, it's when one person deals constantly. It's to identify who's actually the dealer without having the cards in their hand.
Okay.
So we weren't playing like that. Everybody that dealt actually had the cards in their hand.
So they're the dealer.
Yes, so they're the dealer. This
And
clown,
the dealer rotates.
This clown went, and my chips were here. My phone was here, and he reaches across and he starts. Hey, hey man, how can I help you? You want my phone number? What's going on, bro? You know what I mean? Hey, I thought that was the dealer button. I said, bro, everybody's holding the cards is dealing. I met the guy 20 minutes ago, and that's the conversation I'm having with him. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, just,
Messed up.
I've had better conversations.
So you can't touch his phone. He don't share.
Okay, doesn't share. Doesn't share.
We'll
No,
get back
but
to
my
third
thought
one.
is
We'll think of
my
it.
thought is the Bill Seach thing. So, what about individuals that like buy wine to help their palate with the food that they're going to eat?
That's different.
Who does that though? I don't know anyone who does that personally.
You know me.
Well, people that actually
She drinks
drink
wine with every meal.
that are connoisseurs, exactly.
But
So
what
she's
that does is that amplifies the bill to double.
no
Okay,
shit.
no, because if you buy a Diet Coke for $2.75,
Yes.
I can get a glass of cheap wine, house wine, for $7. And you're gonna. Hey, now if I want the top shelf wine, it's gonna be $12, $15.
Listen,
Exactly. So
There's
why
a
not get a
time-
bottle? How much is a bottle?
Like usually $45.
Okay.
Or $30.
Listen,
You
you
get
can,
the cheap
hey,
one.
you can get a
Bill,
bottle
the same
for
thing
20.
as
a
this.
big
Is I
one.
was driving this. I was driving here thinking about this because a girl texted me was like, "Hey, you ever want to come down and get bottle service at BBR?" I know the bottle girl.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Come down, I'll get you a bottle." And I'm sitting there going, "I'm going to pay $200 for a bottle and sit in a section and act like I'm VIP." You know what I mean? Who cares?
Yeah.
My thought
That's
is,
not even what I mean though. With
I'll-
that, that's over. That's Vegas.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Well, in Vegas, you do that to skip the line. There's a whole
Right.
caveat of things that you do or you grab bottle service for as opposed to
Right.
in Columbus, Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going. I'm not going to do that. I'll go buy if I'm going to buy a bottle. I'm going to pay $22 at the liquor store.
14. Right.
No, if it's Kamchatka. But yeah, I mean, but $22.
I just think there's a time to eat. And there's a time to
Because
drink.
you don't drink.
That's right.
I
You
drink.
don't-
What do you mean?
Not with dinner.
You don't drink. So you don't know that there's certain wines that bring out the flavor of the food.
Okay, I'll go with that.
100%.
I'll go with that.
If you're, I mean,
Is that why you drink it though? To bring out the flavor of the food? I mean, be honest.
No, you know what? Sometimes when I'm out to dinner, yes, I'm going to pair it with. If I want.
so
red
you
wine, I'm
drink
gonna
red
put-
wine? You drink
I love red wine.
Red
You-
wine?
You drink white wine
I do
as
white.
well?
I drink white wine
Okay,
too.
so then she kind of differs between.
Right.
When you get the people that can't drink red, I don't drink red wine. Well, then you just drink to alter your mind. Do that at the house. Go buy a bottle at Kroger's.
My point exactly.
You know what I mean? But if you can decide, you can switch off. If I'm eating chicken or fish and I'm going to drink white wine, and then you go to a steak and you're going to a red
You want
wine.
red.
To
Yeah.
me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have the ability to kind of feel that wine is going to. It basically opens your palate. It accentuates your palate for you to taste the food better.
Right.
I don't know because I'm not that much. I don't drink wine. You know what I mean? I just when you put a steak in front of me, it's buried.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, it does. It helps
Right.
out, especially when you're talking about aged steaks and stuff like that, which is out of my repertoire. You know what I mean? I just I mean,
Yeah.
those you go to buy the aged steaks. I mean, those are expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I think that Texas Roadhouse has the best steak you can get around here.
No.
$15.
That's pretty good.
it's not. You haven't even tried like what's really really good is the aged steaks where you can just basically put a fork and cut
I mean,
it.
I haven't. I
He
don't
went
know
to
where
Eddie
you could.
Merlot's once.
It's butter, man. What'd you get? Chicken?
He wore a bow tie. I thought he was the waiter.
Oh my god!
They did have bow ties on. I think.
You wore a bow tie?
He wore one.
Were you a bow tie guy back in the day?
No,
He
You
just
were
wanted
trying
to wear it there.
No, he's trying to find his identity.
No,
How
I
old
wore-
were you?
probably 16.
Exactly. 16 years old individuals are trying to find identity. What they're doing. You know, what I mean, you're a
Come
sophomore.
on, man. You wore a bow tie big red.
Never in my
Come out
life.
with the red tie. You had the cane. You were walking to the prom.
Skinny tie.
Skinny,
tie.
really.
Which
Oh, skinny
because
ties.
skinny ties were in that. They had
They're
leather.
still in,
they
which
were-
I don't like. I like the
they
big
had
fat
leather
tie.
skinny ties. Because it's right now, it's cyclical. Like I said, things are coming back. You'll get the Zcav Reachies are coming back.
You
Don't know
don't
what
throw them
that
away.
is.
You know what I mean?
Wait,
Don't
throw 'em
worry.
away.
Don't worry.
You
We
have
got
'em,
shirts
you
for
got 'em.
buckets.
You have
God.
Zcav Reachies?
No,
Holy shit, dude.
he
They're worth
might.
money now.
He might have some.
I don't.
Dude, you are a hoarder. We talked about that on the last one with Kristen, right? Man, where's Kristen Towdy? We should call her in.
She's not a hoarder.
No, she's
He's a
not.
hoarder.
He's the hoarder. He has
Well,
intelligence.
let's talk about your 3 pet peeves.
No, not pet
we need to
peeves.
get back to Bill Seach's.
Yes, we got to
'cause these are
finish
good.
this.
The second one, and not many people may know this, is online purchases. If you wanted to buy something on Amazon 2 years ago with Bill Seach, that was never going to happen. 3 years ago, go fuck yourself. You know, putting a credit card or a debit card on anything online was not a reality for you.
Okay, so let's dig into that. Let's do the deep dive.
Okay.
I'll ask him why.
I didn't trust it back then. Actually, what happened to me, it happened at her house in Chicago. Never use my debit card.
You said that. I
Never,
remember.
ever use my debit
But
card.
why does that? Why does that? When you got the money back, why does that concern you?
Because at the time I wasn't. I mean, I was financially up and down.
Because they don't give you the money right away.
No, it's yeah. So I go
Okay.
to the Chinese restaurant, buy your house in Aurora, right? Aurora by Chicago. I get home.
Domo 77.
I get home. Yes,
Yes.
yeah. Them cocksuckers sold my number to somebody in China who went and bought $279 boots in
Okay.
Beijing, China.
I have 2 things to say. One, that was in person. That was not online.
Doesn't matter. It's still my
Second thing
credit
to
card.
say, was it a debit card or a credit card?
My bank card.
So a debit card.
Yeah.
That's why FBI informant Frank Abagnale says use a credit card, because that is when you spend the other people's money. Then you don't get fucked.
Okay,
True.
whatever.
100%. That's where you get more
So
rewards.
2
as well.
arguments
Anyways,
where I was just right.
my other-
No, you're not right. 100%. So I'll give you an example where
Wait,
you're
I'm
wrong.
not-
Totally.
okay,
And
go
I'll
on.
let you expand. Because he likes to bring facts that really aren't facts. You know what I mean? So everyone doesn't have the opportunity. And maybe your dad at that point in time in his life, he didn't have the opportunity to have, quote unquote, a credit card.
That's also true.
You know what I mean? So he has to use a debit card. Just like individuals that use a debit card when they go rent a truck. They're not informed that, hey, that money's coming out of your account. And they're going to hold that money for 10 days. But guess what? You might need that $750 they're going to hold as a deposit
Yeah.
for 10 days. I
Dude,
mean,
they do
you know,
that on vending machines now. Did you know that? If
Yeah.
you use your card in the vending machine, it'll take $5 out until it processes. It takes 75
You know,
cents.
I've experienced that at the gas pump.
Yeah, the gas station, they take
I
like
was
75
shocked
out.
when
Yeah.
they took $75 of my money. I
I
was like,
never
dude, I
heard
never
about
spent
that either.
$75. What is going on?
There's one on Bethel that took $100 on mine.
I was like, what in the flip? I was like, well, if you got to come inside. And I was like, listen, you guys need to post that shit. You know what I mean? You can't just be taking people's money.
I have a general question. I haven't told anyone about this, but I was driving home from Donnie's one night. Well, both of you were probably there, and I had to get gas, so I stopped at the top of Dublin Granville Road. And that gas station on the corner, all
That
the
BP?
pumps were it's a like a Speedway maybe.
Yeah.
All the pumps were out or whatever. Said pay inside, and then I tried to go inside, and the door won't unlock. And
So-
there's a girl like sleeping in there. So
Yep.
do they close at night?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And if
what
so,
happens
why
is-
do they not let you use a credit card at the pump?
Well,
Someone has to be there.
One, it's you can see that most of the pumps were broke there because we go there when we're at work. I'll drive down there, so most of the pumps are out for the most part. However, when I left work at the bar, sometimes I need to get gas, and I would drive up to Morse Road and I would stop, and boom, there's an hour out of the night where they clean and they lock the door.
Oh, that's so
Essentially.
stupid.
You know what's funny is that I was
Plus, Clavin knows that shit.
I was in Steubenville, and I asked the person that we were at. What's the one hill like as you go up Sunset Boulevard, right on top of the hill? There's that. It's huge now. It's like a big giant. Not a BP. The BP was a
Oh, the
small
real
one.
nice bright one.
Yes.
Oh,
Is it a UDF or is this? It's
not
not a
UDF.
Speedway,
It's not
right?
UDF.
Right, Kroger's,
Sunco or
get
something.
What's that?
It's something like Sunco, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Sunoco. Am I talking coffee or cocoa? Is you loco, cash or credit for and let it at Sunoco? Anyways, no. So it might be a marathon or something. Whatever.
I can picture it.
Okay, but it's bright lights. I mean, it attracts everybody who loves lights, which me. You know what I mean? I'm going right to it. My car just goes
a
right
big-
in there.
big
You're like
moth.
a bug. I'm a moth when it comes to you got bright lights on. I love the light. You know what I mean? So I went there, and it's like open 24 hours, 7 days a week. And I walk in, and it was like, because I'm back home, it's Christmas. And I'm like, it's open. Packed. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing open on Christmas. Everybody goes to these corner stores. So I walk in, and I'm like, hey, man, you guys open on Christmas, New Year's? He goes, we're never off. I said, well, why do you guys have locks on the door? And they had no answer. I said, if you're always open, when do you lock the door?
Right.
He goes, we don't. It's funny you say that.
Huh.
I just thought that was kind of,
Yeah, that is interesting.
weird. Why have locks?
Right.
They don't. So Speedway locks the door so nobody can come in during the
Yeah.
time that they're cleaning because
Dude,
they don't.
that's like the time I had to take a shit, right? And I'm like 30 minutes away. So I had been shot in the abdomen, I gotta, go to the bathroom. I stop at the gas station, I run up to the door, I yank on it, the guy's like, you can't come inside. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm sorry, I was real dangerous to you. I'll just go drive another 20 minutes. That's what I did. But like,
Tail
Most
between the
places-
legs.
You gotta understand though, most places aren't Dublin, Ohio.
that's true. Well,
You know,
there were
man.
like two dudes in there. Like, what do they think I'm gonna do?
Don't matter.
You know?
It's just security, bro. If they're, you look at the demographics of where you're at. If there's certain crimes
See,
and
that's
things like that,
It's interesting you say that because that's the country, and generally the country is more.
more friendly.
Yeah, exactly. Like kids can play in the street, and around like Columbus now, don't do that.
Well, here's another detailed story about you. Probably gonna call me Clavin on this one. Did you know that? When you rob a bank or something like that, or somebody robs a bank, they give you a die pack, and it's like they put that in with the money, and it blows away.
Oh,
blows
the
up.
blue, the blue.
Yeah, it blows up, or it's a screamer. It's called a screamer pack or a die pack. When you get so far, it's GPS to explode. Okay. They only give you that once your place gets robbed. You do not have it. If your place has never been robbed, they never give it to you.
Really?
I think that's the weirdest thing of all time. Because why
First
wait
time's
till
okay.
why wait till you get robbed before you get the materials to give that out?
Prevent-
That's
Right.
true.
You know what I mean? It's kind of odd.
Well, you worked at the bank. They don't keep a lot of money in there, do they? Or they keep it all like locked
You have
up?
to keep. Is it 1/10 of? There's a federal.
No, so
number
what
that
happens
you
is
have to.
understand this. You have two drawers that are basically when you go to a bank, you're going to have two operating drawers. The top drawer, you'll have a limit of $3,000 that needs to be up there. So if somebody's getting you a note, give me all your money. You're giving them all the money in the top drawer. The bank's going to lose $3,000. The bottom drawer, you can have as much as $10,000. Then you have a safe that's on the bottom. Then there's the vault, back in the vault area, which takes two people to open up, typically. You know what I mean? So then what'll happen is that's where, you need to get more people involved. There's got to be time if you're going to go into the vault and do that. But there are select times that you can go
And the vault's open.
and blast the place because it's a time vault, meaning that you set a code and it takes 15 or 20 minutes before that vault opens. And it'll give you a blinking beep, beep. It'll beep for about 2 minutes. And that's when your opportunity to go back to open it. Otherwise, you're done. Can't open it. You got to set it again. If you're in a shipment time period where you have to wait 15 to 20 minutes to put that money in there, you have the ability to make the snatch
Wow. You can't be putting that shit online.
type of thing like that.
Yeah.
Just
How to
saying.
rob a bank.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'm saying, like, isn't it a certain set? Like, I think it's the Federal Reserve or something that makes it so, like, you have to have so much money in to back it. Because, if, like, let's say, like, 500 people came to the bank and took money out, you have to back a certain number before you're like, we're out of money.
What do you mean?
And that's why so many branches pop up, and how there would be, like, 3 Huntingtons on Sawmill or something like that.
what do you mean? One more time.
You have to have a certain amount to cover so many deposits.
Well,
in-
yeah.
in a
Well, what
certain
that
period of
happens
time.
is it's called a forecast. Essentially, the operations supervisors, downtown and headquarters, sees the amount of money that comes in deposits and withdrawals on a weekly basis, and they make what is called a forecast. So when you have your morning meeting at 10 a.m., you see how much your deposits are going, how much you're going to get in ATM deliveries. You know what I mean? As far as money goes. Now you request it. You might have for instance, there are certain times that our bank was like, Friday and it was a holiday. Well, I knew I'm going to go ahead and order an extra $20,000 in cash. You know what I mean? Because I know that people come and they have a high propensity of, withdrawing their money. So now, one thing that I hated working at the bank that I worked at, which I'm not going to name, but everybody, and I think you're a member of, everybody in Columbus is there. So what happens? As you work there, if everyone from Columbus is there,
You see everyone from Columbus?
you are busy 24/7. I mean, there is no, those moments. Or I have to use the restroom.
It's like game day every day.
Yes, it's game day. Michigan.
Every
on
day.
Fridays. Okay? Like some chases you go there, and it's Michigan game day. You know what I mean? Like, you'll walk in and be like, no way. And you just turn around. You know what I mean? You're not going in because it's stacked. Now, I think I got a bank account, KeyBank. Great. Every time I go, hey, Mr. Kokas, how's it going? Yeah.
Oh, I know you.
Yes. And I don't even go to the bank that much.
I got a funny story for you. Actually.
Because you walk in, and there's not a lot of people. And I love it because it's like, boom, I get taken care of right then and there. There's no wait. You know what I mean? Because they don't have a large clientele. You don't see, hey, open a checking account and we'll give you a $200 bonus for 10 days. The worst thing in the world that anybody could come up with. The reason why is because as a manager, guess what? They didn't do the things right. They didn't read the requirements in the fine print. But they're bitching because they didn't get their 200.
Right.
So they're in your office taking up ample time where you need to go and make money for the bank. They're in there squandering your time. I need my 200. No, man, I came in. You guys call. I can't. No, you're not getting your 200. You didn't read the fine print. You need 10 deposits. You didn't do that.
You could buy a pack of gum, you told.
Yeah, it was 10 transactions. I said, dude, you can go out buy 10 packs of gum individually, and boom, you can get it. Right. You have 30 days to do it. If you don't do it, you ain't getting it. It was easy, and people would mess that up. But they don't want to hear that I messed that up. They don't want to take accountability that they are the ones that did it wrong. Right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, in any event, what was the second one that
I
you
think
said?
he's thinking about.
The second one, what were you saying? Oh, we'll hear.
I think he's thinking about a casino. They have to have so much in reserve.
No. I'm not. I never heard anything about a casino. I'm talking about. I'm thinking the Federal Reserve to open a new bank. You have to have so much money in there. It's either like 10% or 25%, 20%.
That's Sabella's question. That's a Sabella question.
Let's get back to him on that.
We were talking about opening a bank, but anyways.
We'll talk to him.
So you said credit cards. You don't buy anything credit card wise.
So wait, let's review.
That was a few years back.
But you do now?
I don't buy much of anything.
I'm with you on that. There's a reason behind that as well. Maybe do you buy stuff online? You're
Jodi Doty's clean about stuff online.
Exactly. All women buy stuff online. I mean, this is like amazing, right?
I have to see.
You know why? Because she's a size 4. You know what I mean? So like, what happens is when you get a girl that's like a size, they can fit into anything. You get me and your. Hey, listen. My shoe size is 16. So if
BozoTheClown.com.
Listen, he died. Did you send me that thing
he
where
did
he died?
die. Yeah, I sent that to you.
Yeah. Hey, so anyways, when I tried to buy shoes online. I had to take them back 3 times. They did not fit. It was like I had 15s.
If you order a shirt, it's a half top.
What's
If you order a shirt online.
I don't know what it is.
4X bullshit.
Whatever it is with your shirts or whatever, you're always short on it. Like I remember we used to play cards at my house in Hilliard. And me and Bob Erlinger, we would sit there and go, hey, we'd have a $2 bet on whether Bill's shirt was going to be, he was going to have half-top shirt or it was going to be lower.
I keep forgetting.
Hey, but it was funny, you know what I mean? Just like things like that. But, I mean, it's true. You know what I mean? So you would have to get, like, XLT. That's essentially
it's like 4XLT.
But the XLT, his shirt's dragging on the ground.
Right.
Because he's not, you have to be 6'9".
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Basically to basically use
if
XLT.
If it's Nike, they don't even make it. It's got to be 5 and they don't make it. Nikes are all run small.
Oh, I know. Because,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Nike wear whatsoever.
So what's the third pet peeve?
So wait, let's review. So first one was
we don't need to review.
First one was don't drink wine at dinner, don't drink alcohol at dinner, go fuck yourself. Second one, don't buy anything online. Never put your credit card or debit card into an online mechanism.
Don't put mine on there.
Whether it be Amazon, PayPal, eBay.
I remember you gave me shit. Well, you didn't give me shit. You gave it to me pretty easy. It was a credit card, right, for the Uber at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it. That was
All
a
right,
few years.
so I got 2.5 because there's one kind of in the middle. Online memberships that reoccur. Netflix.
Oh my
if
God.
you think that we're buying Netflix, then you are some other fucking type of human being. All right. Now we used your Netflix for a while. I purchased Netflix. I pay for Netflix with my own money.
Do you get mad at that?
Wait a minute.
Well,
I
she added us to
I
hers.
added you. I added so that we could have more devices.
Damn.
So I'm paying more per month
You
now.
better cancel one.
You better cancel
See,
one.
that's how Bill Seach is 2.5.
No, that all goes back to my
everybody.
card getting stolen. I don't want.
Okay, but that was in person.
But
So
I don't
you
want
defeat your own
reoccurring charges. That's all.
Okay,
I'm still paying for fucking Xbox, and we ain't used the Xbox in 6 months.
I know. That's just me sticking it to you.
right.
What do you mean? Don't you play Fortnite or something?
No,
That's online.
the Xbox is not even plugged in, and I'm paying $25 a
Let
month.
me tell you something interesting.
Hey, let me use the Xbox. You don't use Xbox? Let me play
I
that.
want to
Please
play it.
play.
I asked him to hook it up. He's
Let
too lazy.
me explain something, by the way. A lot of people may not know.
Don't you know how to hook it up?
See how he just keeps talking? He just keeps talking.
Fortnite, which is the largest game,
It's free.
it's free, which is absurd, but
Not
it's
if
great
the
marketing.
game's not plugged in.
Okay, but let's
That's
move
why
on.
I told Masmiani. I told him, hey, free drinks at Big Bar for 2 years.
We'll talk about that
You
later.
take an L, as far as for a couple years, but every bar closes. Then you tattoo everybody.
Someone else will open up.
You
No,
can't-
then you open up.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal to give away free.
Not if like Miller Lite is sponsoring it.
I don't know.
Superior sponsors free drinks Thursday night at Big Bar. Boom. It's paid for. You're good.
$25
That
cover.
You're good. No, you do no cover. You want everybody to come to your place,
And do what?
and you want to shut down the other bars.
You still got to pay the rent.
Okay. I'm not saying to do it if you're totally poor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, we need
He's
to get
got,
back.
you know what I mean?
Hey, who's he? We don't know.
But what happens is then everybody else closes. You corner the market. You buy all the other bars.
I like this.
Boom.
So
You know?
on to our third
I love them too.
and final,
You already came to the third.
that was
2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
which is actually a really good one. No recurring charges because you hate those.
I don't like recurring.
Now,
Well, I hate the ones. I agree with him. I hate the ones where they sneak it in on you. So anytime somebody says, "Hey, do this trial 7-day period," nope, instantly, nope, no
well,
shot.
yeah, you can't do that unless you're smart enough to remember.
Or no, it's not about remembering.
cancel.
Or they make the cancellation impossible.
No, well, see, that's why
Deal Den. Perfect example.
No,
What's
that
that?
happened.
Deal Den.
I don't know what that is. I don't want to hear
either.
it because it must be something
gonna
bad.
let
if
me
you
talk?
don't want
Well,
to
let me
about
talk.
The problem is, listen, he's right in that regards. How do you identify whether something's good or bad?
You hear from other word of mouth. Netflix, for example, great service. You should
Love
get
Netflix.
it.
Well,
Now,
yeah,
I'll give you an example.
I would agree with you in that an aspect because of the fact that hey, there's millions of people that have it, millions and millions, but like Deal Den, I've never heard of that.
Never
so
heard
you
of it.
got to worry about that. Hey, if I sign up for this trial period,
I paid for it for a year for nothing.
So my question would be, who gave you that information, and why are they still
and
in
then
your
why
life?
would you let it pay for a year for nothing? I don't understand. Why would you let it go more than 2 months? I can see 1 month. Would you pay your mortgage for a year for nothing?
Here's the example. Deal Den is the sponsor, is the club for one of the airlines. Okay?
It's the karma getting back at you
To
where
get-
Billy was getting off for free. That's why.
To buy the cheap
He was
tickets.
fucking 15 and you were saying he was 7.
To buy the cheap
He's
tickets, you got to sign up for Deal Den. So I did.
So you didn't get scammed.
Let
then.
me fucking finish, dude. Jesus Christ.
Like father and son.
Unbelievable.
Father and son.
So you have to buy the yearly membership. Fine, $56.
I wish
whatever
you were in
it was.
Asian culture because right now you would have your head on a platter. You know what I mean?
Like me, right now.
They would kill you because you know what I mean. But go ahead. So you want to get the
So I know it's coming up in December. So I call them in November. And I call them, and I call them, and I call them, and I call them. I ain't lying. I spent 12 days trying to get a hold of somebody to cancel the goddamn thing.
What do you pay it with? Did you pay it on PayPal?
I got it canceled after I raised a lot of hell, though. That was a pain in the ass because it reoccurs. I would have got hit again in December. You know what I mean?
I wonder if you can cancel that with your bank though.
Yes, you can. If you
You
block
can.
a
You
transaction.
can block it for a fee.
I've done it before. No fee.
No fee
fee.
on PayPal. Mine recurs on PayPal.
Now
My
that's
Netflix.
another aspect. Everything I buy online is through PayPal.
Me too.
Why?
So because that is another layer
Fee.
of protection.
It
They pay you a
is.
fee, though.
You don't pay a fee.
I
No.
disagree.
No.
Why would PayPal give you more protection than your own bank?
I don't know, but they do. Now I will say, when you say there's a fee for some transactions if you use your card through PayPal. If you link your bank account with PayPal, there is no fee. Similarly, Cash App, you can instantly get your money for
Correct.
let's say
1.5.
2%,
1.5.
yeah.
But yeah,
or
so I see that.
you can
I
wait
see
1 to
that.
3 business days.
I see that.
Same-
So the same thing, same concept.
Yeah.
They're making money on the concept of you getting the money instantaneously, okay? Or you can wait the deposit time plus 1 day usually. You know, usually it's a 2-day deposit time.
It's also
for that.
with ATMs like the processing fee.
Yep.
Because every time you swipe, someone somewhere that you don't know about is going to be making that money.
But my thought is your bank is going to have more protection. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. How does PayPal, how are they going to compete with the banks? So they might offer that protection that the bank is going to be a little bit, you have to go through the dispute process. PayPal is just going to be like, boom, we're cutting payment off from that person.
Right.
I don't know if there's a fee associated with that or not. You know what I mean? I'm not with PayPal or anything like that.
Well, PayPal will get you other places, which for example, if you're sending money to someone, if you send it as friends and family, it'll take zero tax out. So I send her $100 friends and family, it's $100 cash. If I send it to you as a service, it takes the tax out, and that's where a lot of people get dinged because they don't know that.
What do you mean? So it's not a cash app?
No.
It's basically a charge.
If
you're charging.
Well, no, I could send you as friends and family.
It's an invoice.
No, well, if I ever sent...
Well, because that's gifted money. They're
Yeah,
like saying
gifted
it's
money, friends and family, you're good.
Yep.
But I would never say, like, hey, I'm going to pay you $10 an hour, you work for 10 hours, and I'm not going to pay you for service because I'm not a dick. I'm going to pay you $100, friends and family. But...
Well, yeah, that's why I said, why don't you just use Cash App? Because that's why it's
the
called
same
Cash
exact
App.
thing. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, isn't Cash App owned by PayPal, or did PayPal own Venmo
Cash App.
now? One of them.
Cash App is owned by the guy who owns Twitter. Jack Morris, I think.
PayPal's owned.
Cliffy.
I'm gonna look it up.
Hey, Cliffy comes out. He knows everybody's name on TV.
He does.
And he don't even watch TV.
I don't.
You didn't watch
Okay,
TV?
Cash
We
App
do-
is
I
owned by
don't watch
Square.
We do need to get off the topics of Seach and go to our guest from Houston.
Okay,
Who's
so
also a
Venmo.
Seach.
So Venmo is owned by PayPal.
Okay, so Venmo and PayPal are the same. Yeah.
Venmo.
I can't figure out
The
Venmo.
Square
Oh,
is
easy.
owned by Jack
Square
Morris.
is Cash App,
Square is Cash App
Yes.
and Twitter.
which are all pretty big in the game.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. It's funny that I know some of the
You know a
the
little bit
tech,
of everything,
the
Cliff.
tech stuff, but I am so against it. I get yelled at for not answering my phone at work, social
You
settings
do need to answer your phone.
as well.
Oh, Jodi Doty.
Jodi Doty
I-
only talks in transit.
I said to her today, I'm like, did you change your
Oh,
number?
you only talk in the car?
Only in the car.
Antonio Sabella. That's there's a certain select people. There's a group of you guys. You guys are a cult that only talk when you're in the car.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I almost put you in that situation with me. Like, the only time Bill Seach's going to call me and talk to me is when he's in the car. That's why when you answer your phone, I'm like, oh, my God, let me hold my chest here. I grab at it. You know what I
gotta
mean?
sing
But
a
you don't
prayer.
answer the phone that much either.
I admit it. But I don't answer the phone in general because I don't like to carry it. I'll leave it in my car for 2 days. And they're like, dude, you didn't have your phone. I know. I said, I know. I have 31 messages.
No.
You know what I mean?
I don't believe that. You watch TV on that, don't you?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I don't.
We do need to get to point 3 because we never got to it. So,
All right, what's point 3?
That was point 3.
the timeshare. I'm sure when they were looking at the timeshare, Heather's like, man, this is nice. I could see us in here. He's like, no.
He just admitted that he bought one.
Well, but he's very good at saying no until he sees like a good deal.
A value in it.
100% I concur in that because I'm not that guy. They're going to basically tap me down, make sure you frisk me and stuff. I'm going to be like, all right, man, what I got to do to get you off my back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just, that's essentially what they're hoping for.
Yeah,
As well.
I think when things are too good to be true, sometimes
They're
I
too good to be
personally
true.
will jump on it, but they are too good to be true.
They are too
He's
good to be
really
true.
good at saying no, but he also does say no too much in some aspects. You know,
Yeah,
will you get some ice cream or something? No, you know what I mean? That type of thing.
Except if it's, I need some Diet Coke.
I got you
Yeah,
water.
seriously. Guess what I did today? So I went to visit them first. I went
got
to
you
Raising
waters
Cane's.
last night. I
Went to
wanna hear.
Raising Cane's before I went to see Jodi. I get a Diet Coke and a sweet tea. Prelude to him calling me and telling me he needs a Diet Coke. So then I talked to him on the phone. He's like, get me a Diet Coke. I'm like, I'm way ahead of you because I already got him a Diet Coke. It's waiting in the car. Boom.
Hey, you go out to eat every day, don't you?
Mostly. Who's going to cook? Him?
Yeah.
How about you?
How about you?
I don't know.
They
Here
don't
we
do
go.
that.
Silence. Blinded me
Silence.
with silence. Science. Seriously, I wonder, can you cook?
Oh, hey, look at you.
You work at the restaurant.
I do. Oh, I did cook
He
one
eats there a
day.
lot. He eats there a lot.
I know. I do eat there a lot.
He's like
Half
Paulie
price.
from Goodfellas.
Half price. I
Hey,
went
what-
down there. He
what do I
charged me
know?
4 times.
What do I? I know, dude. I went and got a burger. Cost me $17. I was like,
No, it did
don't I
not.
get a discount? He was like, that is with the discount. I was like, he charged me fucking $3 an onion ring. You know what I mean? I was like,
Hey,
geez, Louise, dude.
It's $1, so about.
What'd you give me? Those from Brazil? I mean, I was like, geez, Louise, man.
We got them in the back.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, Jamie gave us the signal, and if you don't know what that means, that's where Jamie goes.
No.
Well, let's
We have to bring her in, dude. We just sat her down for an hour and she hasn't done nothing.
I know we got to get her 3 pet peeves because
Does
we
she
all
have pet
them.
peeves?
Does she have them? Let's
The
talk
phone.
about
One, she can't answer the phone outside of her car. I love it.
Talking,
So, like the
talk in transit. That's her Indian name.
Is it talk in transit?
Indian name.
That's your. Oh my God, that's your. What's that movie with Kevin Costner? Dances with
Dances
Wolves.
with wolves.
She's
Yeah.
talking transit.
That's your
Squaw.
name. Talk in transit. My name is Talk in Transit. That is great. And so let me ask you this. So I'm assuming you don't hold the phone to your face, right?
Nope.
It's Bluetooth. You see,
Bluetooth.
Don't even have that. That's strictly a text machine.
Right.
That's all it is, right?
Yep. I like to talk on it.
So where do you do your online shopping? Is it like do you have a notepad or an iPad?
My iPad. I sit on the couch at night.
Speaking
and I have,
of fucking
and I do
iPads.
have all my
You got 1 hour.
credit cards in there saved. Like, I was laying in bed one night at Christmas time. And I'm like, oh shoot, I think I need this. Okay, bye. Like, laying in bed, head on the pillow.
So
bye.
do you save your passwords?
She
Yes.
sends everything back to.
Do you have everything saved as your passwords and stuff like that? When it
Yeah.
says, "Hey, have Google or somebody save or Samsung save your passwords,"
Yeah.
you allow that? Do you, or do you remember them all?
No shot.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't.
If you go on your computer right now and you go on United Wholesale Mortgage, you don't think that
That's
autofill on your
different.
password?
That's business, and my computer's locked at work for anybody who wants to come in. You can't get in there. Those are work passwords.
He doesn't understand how it's kind of the same aspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like how's somebody going to get in your personal as well?
Okay, if you go to my house, you're gonna see Amazon. Type it in Amazon.
It'll pop right up.
It pops up. The password autofills.
Yeah, same thing with
Anybody can
Bill
shop.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I can't. There's no way. If I try to remember every password, I typically have like one password now. Because some sites will make you, hey, you have to use a
Special, yeah.
character, 2 numbers, one has to be a capitalization, and others don't. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Type of thing like that. But most of the times you're just going to remember one I remember when I used to try to change every password, I had a list. I mean, it was like college rule notebook.
I got a book.
It went down.
I have a password book.
Yeah, I do too.
I have a book.
If that burns, you're done.
It's good.
You can always reset them.
Reset.
With the email, yeah.
I'm always resetting my
Like for
passwords.
lockdown, the email, it's done forever. Gone forever.
So that was the thing that was super annoying when I worked at Chase. Every
30 days.
like it was no, it was like every 90 days you had to change your password.
Really?
Miserable. And you could never go back to the same one.
No, and it couldn't be something similar either, right?
Well, no, you could. So I would always change the number. It could be the same thing. It had to be a different. It has to be a different.
Did you
But-
start at 1 and go 2, 3?
No,
4?
like what I mean.
That'd be too easy.
Yeah, I started with my football number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you go to a different number. But then afterwards, you just started saying, all right, man, I'm just going to go rotate and go up. But then you forget you're at 86.
am I?
I'm like, what is it, 86
Well, I
or
think it's
87?
funny when like you get a question that says, "What's the street address you grew up on?" Like someone can't figure that shit out, right?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, all you do is look.
Well, there's
online.
3 of them, though. They'll give you 3 of them. You know what I mean? Typically.
What color car did you drive?
Yeah. What was your first car? Was it a Buick Skylark? Was it a Ford Estiva? Or I'm like, how the fuck did they know this? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it's just one time you put it on there.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must have. They don't just know.
Dude, they know. I mean, it's just personal information, background information, I think.
I love when you think of something and you see it pop up on
Yeah.
your Facebook ad.
I've noticed that as well.
That's
Well,
crazy.
you just think about it.
Well, when
Anything you
sometimes
search,
if you
it keeps
talk
popping
about
up.
it, like me and
Definitely
Children were
talk.
talking about something, and it popped up on her phone
Yep.
an hour later, and we're
Hey,
like,
so
wow.
when you have all your
That's
stuff for
fucked up.
Amazon, is Amazon your number 1 shopping site?
No, Amazon, Macy's. I like to shop on Macy's online.
So
Nike
is
online.
everybody, and I don't shop online, so I'm asking you since you're the expert, the Clavin expert. Is everything geared towards has everyone followed the Amazon model where it's free delivery?
No,
No, not at all.
no, not at all.
Then why
You have
would
to
you
get-
shop outside of that? It's
'Cause
kind of
it's
like my theory of we're going to offer free drinks for everyone for 2 years because we want to close every bar in town.
Well, my theory is, if I think about it, like I said, I was laying in bed and I think, oh yeah, wait, I really need that. So I popped right on my iPad and popped it in.
But
right
why
there.
would you
It's
pay?
convenient.
Here's the thing, because I know it would go to him. He would never pay for something if something's offered free.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
I'm
I
going to
won't
tell
pay
you.
for shipping. I'm gonna fill my cart with so the minimum is $75 and you get free shipping.
Okay.
I'm going to spend the $75 to get the free shipping.
I got you.
And if I don't want it, then I'll return it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so when you return it, then you have to pay for the shipping.
No.
This is the same
We
rule
take it
with
right
buy
to
a
the-
dress, wear it, and then take it back.
That's money. I love that.
That is not. I can't even lie.
Kristen, we need another voice. Doty, we gotta get you a call in. I need to see if this is correct.
You know what? I'm just telling. Kristen Towdy wore a dress in my wedding, and then she said, "Can you take it back for me?"
Say that in the mic. What'd she say?
Fucked up.
She said, "Can you take it back
Can you
for
take
me?"
it back for me?
can't.
I wore it at your wedding. Can you just take it back for me? And guess what? I did.
That's awesome, dude. That's sweet.
That is great.
Oh my god.
But
No.
I will say some things with Amazon, like I have Prime, but some things aren't Prime things. Like these mic stands are, but another mic stand might not be.
So let me ask you this: you're Prime, so you have free streaming. Is that correct?
That's Prime Video, a whole new ballgame.
Love Prime Video.
Don't have it.
You don't? Okay.
You
I don't
don't?
think so.
I'll tell you my password. I'll share.
Hot
Yeah,
damn.
it's-
I'll
hey,
share.
Shh. I don't want to let that out. So Prime Video is pretty sweet.
There's already 15
Yeah.
people watching
No,
on
there-
Netflix.
Hey, we got to talk about the Netflix.
But we have the
Shut
jailbroke.
up.
We have the jailbroke Fire Stick.
Do you?
Oh no way!
Oh, money. Anything you want to watch.
Hey,
yeah.
let us get the contact.
But I don't
for
watch
that.
TV.
Yeah, I don't watch much TV either.
I don't watch
actually.
TV.
That
I just-
it's
I watch TV.
I mean, it's Law and Order over
Hey,
here. This
Bill
guy's
Seach
Oak
watches lots of
Island.
TV.
Law and
Oh,
Order.
Oak
All he
Island.
does is watch TV. I'm like, dude, I can't be a
Oak
couch guy. I have to
Island.
move around, do stuff. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I watch Oak Island.
There's never an end to it, though.
That's
there's-
true.
Like, I like to get through the suspense novel, and there's the. Sometimes I'd like to read the end of the book before I finish the middle part.
All right.
But Oak Island never has an end. You never
They
get
find
to
shit.
He
it.
was complaining about that last night.
I was
actually.
like, can they get into this?
That's like him with the podcast. Wrap it up.
Yeah, it's time. We got to go.
Are we there? How many? Is this part 2? How long will we do it?
Well, hour and 16.
How long are you in town for?
Until Tuesday. Can we do another one?
Next Tuesday?
Yeah.
What time do you leave?
Don't ask.
We could.
6
I want to know
a.m.
who's taking me to the airport.
It's probably super early in the morning, right?
My flight leaves at 5:45. Who's taking me to the airport?
I mean, I
I could-
Hey.
could.
He'll be up from the night before, so he'll be good.
No, I got
Tell
class at
me
9. I
Uber,
can.
Uber.
I can. But
could take you.
Oh my
No,
God!
I
Then we
will.
better not be playing cards that day because he'll go. Oh my God! I've been up all day. I've been up since 8 a.m.
no,
I'll be
I'll
sleeping.
tell
we
you
all,
what we're gonna do.
We all looked at that. Was like, don't we? Everybody get up at 8 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah. See, he said, "Hey, don't blame me, guys. I've been up all day. I've been up since 8 a.m." And we all looked at each other and was like, "That's the normal time we get up. What do you mean?"
no, I'll tell you what. Money to get back on Monday because Bill Seach gets back in town Monday.
We're
Jodi
still
Doty
here.
will still be here.
Oh, want to do it on
Sleeping
Monday?
Beauty's over
Yeah,
there
we can
too.
do it.
Yeah,
She
we'll
can
do
join.
it. Yeah,
So,
she'll
on
shower
Monday.
by then and it'll be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, really. she'll
And
be
I just
happy
want to
then.
say for anyone listening, we recorded a day late, and this will be up a day late. And I don't
Why
like
will be
to
up
do
a day
that
late? Just put it up now.
because it's Wednesday.
Oh, you put it up on Tuesday?
Yeah, every Tuesday, man.
Yeah, my people are probably like, "Dude, where's 64
Dude,
at? Where's
Tim-
64?"
Tim Heisman, like, where the fuck's the episode?
Dude, he's upset. We're not at the bar. I mean, he's calling me every 10 minutes. What's going on, man? I know you're working without me.
Seriously?
I'm like, bro, I got no 2 nickels to rub together. He got more information than me. Yeah,
I
man.
don't know.
It's sickening. I don't know. Hopefully that goes away, and then we can get back our feet back in there. But
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap this episode up right
Peace
now.
out.
Thanks
Peace.
so much for Jodi Doty coming in a little late. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Thanks.
You didn't eat your bucket?